I'm like, it never happened. It's
Hi, Tiffanie. Let's see. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. How are
Hi,
you?
nice to see you.
You too.
Good, thanks for being with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes, we are.
Looking forward to this.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. We've got a couple people on. So what we normally do is we normally have these sessions with our offices. We post them on our Facebook. I get people who watch them today. We have a couple people who'll be here today. They'll be here with us watching later. And it really is just a chance. We're Remax, you're Remax. It's a chance to kind of get to see everybody, say hi to everybody, and just kind of share maybe some secret tips, some secret things that you may be able to share that we haven't had before. So let me just pull up what I sent you so we can start there.
Okay, excellent.
But I guess we should start. Let me just make sure I'm getting everybody admitted, and I'll keep that always working the Zoom, right? That's what we're always doing.
Yes.
Figuring all that stuff out. Okay. So we'll kind of give it a, are you in Idaho?
No.
Are you in Hawaii?
I am. Yeah. I already got called out on my first Zoom meeting at about 6 o'clock this morning. Are you in Hawaii? And yes, so a couple more weeks, then I'm headed back to Idaho. Yeah.
Awesome. I should have asked you that when we scheduled this to make sure the time was okay. So part of what we're going to talk about today is how Tiffany spent some time in Hawaii.
It's great. I've had Zoom meetings as early as 5 o'clock here, so I'm used to getting up early. Not a problem. But noon, it's 8 o'clock here. Not a big deal for this time of day.
That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, we will get started. So welcome to our Remax Lunch and Learn Level Up. This is our monthly meeting with top agents from around the Remax franchise. We've got Tiffanie Mai-Ganske, who's from Pocatello, Idaho, but also spends some of her vacation time in Hawaii. So thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Looking forward to visiting with everybody today.
And we want you to share anything you think that anybody would be interested in. But then again, we'll ask you a couple of questions. Our theme for 21 is fun in 21. So we'll talk about fun if we can. So tell us about, how did you get started kind of in this business? How long have you been in it? And what does your business look like? Like what's your average sales price? How many homes do you sell a year?
Sure. So I am a second generation realtor. So my mom is a realtor, and having a mom for a realtor, growing up, she never missed anything, but she was late to everything, because that's just how it kind of works when you've got clients and you're showing houses and you're doing this great realtor thing. So I really, as a young person, I didn't want to be a realtor. I wanted to be a CPA. So I love numbers, and I love the business aspect of things. So I went to Idaho State University to become a CPA, and my second year at ISU, my mom said, just get your license and come help me. I could just use a little bit of help, licensed assistant, just come help me out while you're going to college, and then you can go on and do your CPA thing, and I can just have a little bit of help. So got my license when I turned 20, and have never looked back. So got a little taste of how rewarding it is to be a realtor, how rewarding it is to help people realize their financial goals. And of course, that first time home buyer who gets into their brand new first house, how exciting that is. So that was my pathway to becoming a realtor. My mom was a realtor, and did finish my degree at ISU. I actually have a degree in adult education, corporate training, with specializing in real estate. So part of my partnership with the university is that I had to take the courses that were necessary to specialize in real estate. And my advisor and I decided that that would be getting my CRS designation and my GRI. So my
you actually
last
got
2 years,
those while you were in college.
while I was in college,
Okay.
to count towards my education in college and to specialize my, corporate training, adult education pathway to real estate. So I flew all over the country trying to get my CRS completed in the first 2 years that I was licensed, and of course the last 2 years that I was at ISU. So that, I think, was a real benefit to me. I got to dive right in and take those courses. Those, what I think are some of our best courses, are some of our CRS classes. So that was an exciting thing as I look back, that I got that experience. And I think that has helped my foundation in real estate also.
Now, have you
So-
gotten other designations since then?
Yes, so I have my CRS, GRI, as I mentioned, my green designation, and the SRES, so the
Okay.
senior real estate designation.
Okay.
So I've enjoyed getting to take those classes too. So at this point, my mom finally said she was going to retire a couple years ago. So she's no longer a full-time realtor, and my husband and I work together. So we're a team of 2. We did 78 transactions this last year. It was a whirlwind year for all of us, I know. Our average sales price for our MLS is $245,000 for our year-end statistics. We did about 15 million this last year. So we had a very productive year, happy with how the year turned out. But a lot of people ask, do you have an assistant? We have great support staff with our secretarial staff at our RE/MAX office. So we utilize them. We pay a little extra for some of their help, but we do not have a full-time assistant or part-time assistant. It's just the 2 of us.
Do you pay anybody to, like, do you have any independent contractors? Do you pay anybody who's doing social media, or do you pay anything like that?
Yes, so I have a social media team that coordinates with our photographer. So we do all professional pictures on every listing. So our social media team, Zach is the gentleman that I contract with, and it is an hourly kind of independent situation with him. And he coordinates with our photographer who does all of our virtual tours and professional pictures. They also coordinate with our secretarial staff for the final steps of inputting and making sure everything's correct on our MLS.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, we're full-time. It's just the 2 of us. We're full-time agents. A little bit about our RE/MAX office. So our RE/MAX office does about 65% of all the business done in our market. Mm-hmm. So we are a full-time top producing RE/MAX company. That's one of the things that I certainly showcase when you hire my team, my husband and myself. You also hire the top realtors in all of Pocatello, doing a majority of the business that's done in our community. And that is something I think that is special to us as RE/MAX agents, is that the philosophy behind RE/MAX was to bring together top producing realtors 25 years ago when I got my license and went to work with RE/MAX, to bring top producing realtors together to share the expenses of being the #1 real estate team in our community. And that still holds true for us today.
Good point. Thank you for saying that in our marketplace too. So let me ask you this. So let's just jump right into your past clients. Like, what do you do that is super fun? And we'll keep using the word fun to stay in touch with your past clients. And how are you keeping them, so that you are their premier agent?
Sure. So one of the pathways to having been a realtor for 25 years, and my mom was a realtor for 10 years before that, we have had the blessing of developing a large sphere of past clients. And we try to tailor our communication methods to make sure that we're meeting all of the needs of our clients. So we still do mail outs because we have that generation of consumer that still wants the postcard in the mail. So we do mail outs, we do email drip campaigns. Twice a year, we do customer appreciation. So we rent out the movie theater. This year, of course, we had to pivot a little bit. We weren't able to do some of the things we've done in the past, but we rent out the movie theater and we invite all of our clients to 2 movies on a Saturday afternoon. So that's one of our customer appreciation events that is pretty consistent. Our company as a whole in the past has rented out our swimming pool, our aquatic center, and had a barbecue for every RE/MAX agents, customers, invited them shortly before the 4th of July. Of course, we had to shift a little bit with that this year too. So we feel like investing in our previous relationships with our clients, fostering that sphere of influence is really our main focus on how to continue to build our business, how to continue to stay in touch with our clients. So email drip campaigns, postcards, 2 customer appreciation events. And then of course we have a process when we close with a buyer, we call later that afternoon. How did everything go today when we were moving? We check in one more time the next day. We check in a week from closing, and then we check in a month from closing. So that's another way that we keep in touch with our buyers and sellers through the transaction when it's done.
What is the Holy Grail? What do you do to keep track of all that? What system?
So we use Realty Juggler. We had used RE/MAX Agent 2000 back in the old days.
That's
back
a long
when it was
time
on the long time ago. So we used RE/MAX Agent 2000, but now we use Realty Juggler. And I think it's a great program. It's $100 a year. Great program to keep track of everything. We have tried Top Producer and a couple other ones, but really feel like the simple aspect of Realty Juggler is what works best for us.
Cool. Okay, so what is so we get back to fun. What do you find most fun about this business?
The things that I find most fun are, I'd like to share just a little story about a client that we worked with just this last fall. This I thought was inspiring and tons of fun. So they were a young couple that came to Pocatello to go to Idaho State University, and we met them through the business department. The business department is a great sphere for us. We work with a lot of the professors that are coming in, staff that's coming in through the College of Business at Idaho State University. So we met this couple referred by one of our previous clients 4 years ago. They bought a house, had a really simple need. They wanted to be close to the university. So we got them a small little bungalow house, $150,000. This last year, and I have told this story and shared this before because we are a university town, we've had the privilege of this situation. They called us and said, we're graduating, we're done, we're so excited, come and help us get this house sold. Went to their house, did the market analysis for them, and when we met for the second time for a listing presentation, they were able to gain enough equity in just having to have a place to live while they came to ISU to go to school to pay off their student loan debt in full. Now that is fun. Those are the fun times in our job that we get to just help people with their basic needs. But look what that did for them. So those are the fun things that I think keep us energized about what we're doing, keep us energized about being a part of this crazy business day after day after day.
That's an awesome story. Like, that's awesome.
So they left debt free, and what an amazing accomplishment for them. Those are the key factors that I think are fun.
So I should have asked this. How large is Pocatello?
Pocatello, Chubbuck area, Pocatello, Chubbuck, and Incan. So our market area is about 110,000 people.
Okay, so you're very similar to us. That's what I want the agents to know. I mean, you're very similar as far as, college town, that whole thing, same size, same price point, very, very similar. Okay, so your personal fun, I love Tiffanie. One of the reasons I wanted to interview her today is because she makes sure she has time. My grandmother used to, like, her whole goal was that she was going to spend the month of February down in the Virgin Islands. And you have built a business to where you can how long? Okay, so you said 4 months in Hawaii. You've been in there 4 months?
We're averaging about, well, this last year, of course, was a little bit of a dry spell, but it's our goal to be here as much as we can in the winter. Our market certainly slows down in the winter, like many markets across the West, where it gets really cold and quite frankly miserable. So it was our goal years ago when my husband and I met at Idaho State University. One of the requirements was that you had to take one, I would say, like, fun class, one extracurricular class, and we didn't realize it till we were ready to graduate. No, you haven't taken the one fun class. Well, I wanted to take Dutch oven cooking, and my husband said, let's take scuba diving. So of course, I lost that battle, but what a blessing that was to us, because our fun is We are professional dive instructors also, and spend a little bit of time, yes, in Hawaii. So I do believe that we work hard, we play hard. I have a tendency, and this is one of my areas that I have to work on at times, is I do have a tendency to be a little bit of a workaholic. And one of the ways that I can really detach and recharge is I have to leave town in order to do that. If I'm in Pocatello and clients have needs, we're just going to work through that Monday through Sunday a lot of times, just like all of you do. So scuba diving is our fun. We have developed a network inside of our office of covering for other agents. They cover for us. Of course, with technology, we're able to do all the things we need to do for people, writing offers, those type of things. I have a great home office set up here in Hawaii. So we're blessed for that. But yes, I think work hard, play hard. You have to have a release from the stress that comes along with our profession. And that for us is scuba diving.
Now, in order to do that, though, you own investment property, correct?
Yes.
So you have an alternative source of income. How did you get started with that? Talk to us about that, your financial goals, what that looks like in your world.
Sure. So I was blessed to have parents that were entrepreneurs. My dad and my mom owned a quick lube franchise. That was what my dad did for their part of what my dad's job, what his profession was, and my mom was a realtor. One of the things that was impressed upon us is you have to plan for yourself. Nobody's going to put together a 401k for you if you want to become a realtor. So we started young. I have a husband that has really awesome man skills, so he can do a lot of the fix up, and I'm certainly right there with him to do whatever I can do. So we bought actually our first rental property shortly before we got married. So we purchased a unit in a complex that was townhomes, and through our 20 years together, 23 years together, we have continued to invest. I know real estate. It's what I do. It's what we advise people to do. I think you have to walk the walk and talk the talk. And so part of us acquiring the rental property that we've been able to acquire is because I believe that this passive income is the process to someday being able to retire from full-time real estate sales. So we've acquired about 15 properties that we plan on keeping long-term. And our mantra was this: anything we bought was, of course, a long-term investment. We did some flips along the way when the market allowed for that, but the long-term investment in real estate for us didn't mean that they always had to cash flow. If we bought a property that was at 90% and we had to kick in the extra 10%, if I had a tenant that was going to help me basically get this property a majority paid for, it was about the down the road. It wasn't about the right now. So investing even in markets that we're in now, it's about the long-term investment for us. We're to the point where a lot of our properties are almost paid for, and that is an exciting idea to think about, that just managing a property, doing what we do, being able to share with other investors how we've done things, what our success has been, is going to set us up for retirement down the road. So we are absolutely believers in passive income.
Nice. And congratulations.
Thank you. I do think that two other comments about that. I can't be the best wife I can be, the best realtor I can be, the best daughter to my mom I can be. I can't be the best I am if I'm worried about money. And that is something that I learned years and years ago, was to put ourselves in a position where worrying about the monthly wasn't our concern, so that I could give all of myself to my business, my family, my church, my community. I didn't learn that as soon as I should have. I will say that savings and taking advantage of markets where we really had a great year, that's one of the biggest things I've learned in this industry, is planning for the future. And when you can reduce the stress that we have about, we're realtors, we don't have consistent income. When we can reduce that stress and take that out of our lives as much as we can by saving and planning and having the ability to say, you don't need that today, you don't need the new car, you don't need this, that I think has been the most successful long-term financial achievement for us is putting ourselves in a position where when we had great markets that we kept that money we saved.
Okay, that's the highlight clip. That's what I want
Yes.
to highlight.
Yes. It's not worrying about the next commission check allows you to be the best you can be for your clients.
That's a great place to strive to be, for sure.
Yes.
For
Yes.
sure. For sure. So, okay. Do you pay for leads?
I do not. No. So
Have you ever?
I have to say, and I don't think that paying for leads is a bad way to start growing your business. I don't. Our philosophy, however, is fostering meaningful relationships in our community, attending the community events, the Chamber of Commerce, attending all of the community events that I can with my RE/MAX name tag on, my RPAC pin on, allowing yourself to be visible to the community and fostering previous relationships or fostering a good communication plan with customers and clients that already respect you, that you've already had a great relationship with. You've already proven yourself. I don't have to try to earn their trust, is how we focus the intentional communication and building our business. So I don't pay for leads. Now, do I think I have to be present on Zillow? Do I think I have to have a good bio on Zillow, realtor.com, Trulia? Do I have reviews there? Do I encourage reviews from customers that we've had a great situation with? Absolutely. I need to be present in those markets, but we shift our purchase of leads to really taking care of past clients and staying connected with them, because that's how we found that we've been most successful.
Nice. I think, and I think that part of the reason I keep asking that, because that is the consistent thing we're finding in the interviews that we're doing, is that most of the agents at that level are not. And I think it becomes kind of this piece of it where you think maybe that's where you have to be, but it's really, again, it's more on that repeat and referral, which is what we know. We know that in our heart of heart.
Absolutely. If I can buy a table at our Chamber of Commerce event for $400 and I can invite table for 10, I can invite some past clients, I can invite some of my sphere of influence, my lender, my title person who sends referrals to me. If I can spend the money on that, and that's 10 touches in my sphere of influence versus throwing $400 towards lead generation on, one of the popular sites for lead generation, I have felt that I get more out of the 10 touches of my sphere of influence than casting a net out to maybe catch one buyer, and that's one buyer that's compounded by a whole lot of calls that aren't legitimate calls, is what we've also found in our office with people that do some lead generation through paid by pay. Mm-hmm.
So what is something that you always do with buyers? Like Tiffany's thing, I always do this with buyers.
So one of the things that we always do with buyers is we do a town tour first. So come with us. Let's look at Pocatello and our community through the eyes of purchasing a home, not through the eyes of we've always lived here. I know, this is my grocery store. This is where I shop. This is where I work. But we do a town tour through the eyes of buyers of living in this community to purchase in this community. And that sheds a lot of light on what it is that they're really looking for. And we feel like that helps us dial in conversations down the road of, do you remember when we went there? This home's near that. Do you remember the amenities that you liked about the Highland area, the Portneuf Wellness Center, the outdoor amphitheater? It brings us a connection together, and B, helps us have a clear understanding and helps our clients have a clear understanding of what really is important to them once we've spent an hour in the car doing our town tour, having those conversations.
What
additionally
interesting twist on that, right? Because how many people just think they know what they want, but haven't really
absolutely
lately.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's that's something that I have to give credit to my mom for, that when we take out candidates from the university, doing the town tour and having a real idea of what people are looking for when they are sitting in your car and, oh, I don't like that and I do like that. I love this park. I love this community. Look how close this is to the grocery store. You really get a feel for what their true needs are. And 9 times out of 10, what they think they wanted and what we realized together in the town tour that they wanted are 2 separate things. So that's one of our first steps. And then asking all clients, sellers, buyers, what is your preferred communication method? Do you want to text? Do you want to email? Are phone calls best? Establishing that and establishing expectations of how quickly we're going to be able to get back to them is key on both sides, buyers and sellers. That's something we do initially, have that communication plan conversation.
Nice, nice. So anything specific you do with the sellers that it always has to happen?
So we always do the 2-step listing presentation, number 1. So come out, look at their home. We've done a lot of course virtual. This is my kitchen. Check this out, because they didn't need us to be in their home based on the COVID-19 and the pandemic situation, but never shoot from the hip. Never, never, never shoot from the hip. You can't shoot from the hip in the market that we're in right now with prices shifting as fast as they are. No matter how hard they push you. Tiffanie, you've got to know what my house is. You got to be able to tell, you know what my house is. Just give me an idea. Give me a range right now. We are intentional about the 2-step process, because when you have the ability to sit down, whether it's on Zoom or it's at the kitchen table, with your comparables, with your net sheets, with your marketing plan, with what we do different than other realtors, what sets our company apart, those type of things are essential for the 2-step plan. So 2-step listing plan always. And then we consistently can say, we always do professional pictures in a virtual tour. If it's a $150,000 house to $1 million house, consistency in how we hit the market and how our consumer has the opportunity to view that home first, hitting the market and having strategy about what days we come on the market, how long we're going to be on the hot sheet. We're very intentional about every decision that we make when we're listing a home and putting your home on the market. And we share that with our sellers at our first meeting.
Like that. We call that sometimes a listing launch, because when it hits, it hits.
Yes,
right.
Exactly. Got to be ready, and it's got to be right. Be ready and be right, or wait. There's never a time that when I've rushed a listing to try to get it on because the sellers wanted it on and we weren't all 100%, staging wasn't done. You gotta be able to answer the hard questions. We have a pet smell. We have to get some of this stuff out of here. Be courageous enough, be the professional to swallow the big frog first. I learned from one of my CRS classes, do the hard things first. Have those hard conversations in your listing presentations up front. There's certainly a way that we can always present that and we can say that, but being able to have the courage to be the professional that they hired us to be is also critical.
No, that's very, very well said. So if anybody has any questions, you can put them in the chat for sure. There's 2 more questions I want to ask Tiffanie. One, and we asked this at the end, what's your secret sauce? Like, what is?
I think our secret sauce is communication and consistency. Communication with our clients and customers. Answer your phone. That is, you spend so much money to try to get your phone to ring. Pick up your phone. Certainly when I'm showing homes and I'm with clients, I can't answer, but I will respond with the automated text. I'm showing a few homes, can't wait to visit with you. I will call you back as soon as possible. Answer your telephone, number 1. Communication. Don't wait for your clients to reach out to you. Feedback. They're so excited. Their home's been on the market for 4 days. If that's even a thing anymore. Their home's been on the market for 24 hours and they've had 9 showings. A conversation, a quick text, a quick conversation, however they choose to be communicated with. This is what we're working on. We've got feedback from these 3. We're working on others. I really try not to have my people have to reach out to me to find out what's going on. Communication is key. And then consistency. We work the same systems when we list and when we sell with buyers that leads to us staying organized, leads to me staying on top of things as a team, Gunnar and I staying on top of things together. So consistency and communication, I think, is our secret sauce.
Nice. Nice. And it probably saves you time, doesn't it?
It does. It
Yeah.
does.
Because they're
Between Realty Juggler and SkySlope, I always have access to all of my programs, all of my files online. So having those technology pieces in place makes us much more just dialed in to making sure things don't get missed.
Okay, so my last question is just, again, total fun question. What does the most amazing day in the life of Tiffanie look like?
The most amazing day. Well, I do love to serve and to give back to our realtor community. So I do love the volunteer opportunities that I'm given inside our realtor family and outside our realtor family. I get joy and fulfillment through giving back. Of course, I do love scuba diving. So a day would be certainly a scuba dive or 2 in the morning, working on some transactions in the afternoon, because I do love what we do. I am the realtor like all of you are. I know that I love, this is my husband saying, the thrill of the deal. Like, I do love what we do. I love the negotiations. I love bringing buyers and sellers together. We all love the first-time home buyer. We love the folks that we've been able to serve through investment property. So I do love what I do. I do love scuba diving, and I love spending time with my family. So that's, in essence, anything wrapped around diving, selling real estate, volunteering in our realtor family and our community, and being with my family is in essence
something like that. And maybe going to a movie or two, it sounds like.
Yes, I am a movie junkie. We are movie junkies. Yes, we are. We've missed that this last year, but do love the movies, love to travel. Wish I was more of like a hiker, biker. It's just not really my thing. I have to kind of make myself do those things, but we do love to travel, and anything associated with water. We love to be on the water.
Well, dear friend, I thank you so much. I hope to see you soon in Hawaii.
Yes, yes, come.
No.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe soon.
Don't know if that'll happen or not, but for sure.
I know.
For the wonderful information, though, to share. It is always great to get good tips, and your business certainly proves you are one to listen to. So thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great week. Enjoy. Do you have good weather now, or are you guys in cold?
It's Missouri. It depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
Little snow on one day, 55 the next. You just never know.
Well, enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy your week. Thank you, everybody. And yes, this is the year of fun. This is the year of fun.
Year of fun. All right, super. Thanks, Tiffanie.